Good evening everyone. We already discussed a bit about fitness modeling job, acting stuff and so on, and future on I'll tell you even more about video production and everything what connect to it, and today we'll talk a little bit about a stuntman job. So if you're crazy enough to be a stuntman, so this video might be useful for you. So if you decide to, maybe you do some martial arts or gymnastic or other things, maybe free run, yeah, actually you can if you want to, but you need to consider sometimes this might be like quite dangerous. So I'll share my experience how I start to do such things. So I done a lot of acting things for different production houses, and a lot of directors and casting directors and agents, they know me, and sometimes they call me and propose some roles. And once they call me and ask, oh, you do the martial arts? I said, yeah, so maybe you can be a stuntman. I said, yeah, why not try? So it happens one, second time, third time, and a few times more. I came and been stuntman and double, do some simple things, and been part of fighting scene. And I said, okay, sometimes it's not much jobs for actor, but why not to be a stuntman also? So, but it wasn't so easy how I expect. I'll tell you why, and I share experience. I share my own experience. So basically, production they hire the whole stunt team. So it can be in the city, whatever you are. It can be few stunt teams. Let's say a few top of them and a few more like smaller one. And usually, production house they take your whole team. And if they don't have enough people or they need some special skills, they can hire some more for freelance. So if you're on a freelance, it's way more difficult to find something to be a stuntman on the freelance. At least you can be like, I don't know, maybe do some special stunts on a paragliding or motorbike or something. It will be really rare order, maybe once a year, twice a year, whatever. So after I decide, okay, if I want to be a stunt, so I need training more, do more gymnastic things, and fighting it's different than in real. It's really should be just look good and cinematic and everything. So training is completely different. And I called one stunt coordinator, another one, and they said, you know, we don't take any new people, we just have our own team and we're okay. And if you have like some special skills, like maybe you're a good dancer or do tricks on the bicycle or skateboard, yeah, maybe we can take you for some things, that's it. So in this case you need to find a team you can jump in. This will be easier to cooperate with, so you can check in your city what the stunt team have and just try to join them. So I call a few and they said, yeah, we're okay, we have a team, we're happy, we can take your contact if we need some people, but we work on it. So I found one and they said, okay, you can train here, we'll look at you, so you will go with us to some performance for free, of course, and do some job for free also. So basically I done quite a lot until they start to take me with them, go some shootings, so where you can get some money. I mean, you work as a stunt. So basically you can do the same. You can just go check it out, and if you'll be lucky enough, you can join some team, work with them, train with them, do all of the things they do, like swords fighting, whatever, fighting with sticks, nunchaku, whatever. It depends what you need, but basically you have to be able to do all of it. You be flexible enough and so on. If you have some special skills, like you do bike stunt, maybe you're a climber, diver, whatever, this will be a great bonus for you with sticks, you good horse rider or whatever. So then I work a bit more as a stunt, not only actor and model. Basically you have to be able to do like anything, because some roles is very flexible, and if it's kind of musical you have to be able to dance and sing and so some guys they like really talented, and girls also like really talented. They can do everything, they do everything well. And some guys they have really narrow talents like gymnastics, let's see, or they are good swimming, and they think to do all the swimming scenes and so on. So to be a stunt sometimes it's really easy job. You came, do a couple fails, and you go. Or maybe you need to make a jump like from 10 meters high or whatever, and sometimes you double. So double, it's like double for some actor. If you have the same height and same body type, whatever, and you need to be, I don't know, let's say main actor, he's sitting somewhere on the high, or maybe driving a motorbike, or somewhere in a helicopter, or whatever. So basically, not the actor, it's everywhere is double. Because for complete the movie, it's every actor, because movie should be done, nothing should be happening with him, and all the dangerous job do the stunts and doubles. But sometimes the actor he is a stunt at the same time as well. But nowadays it's more rare. Also I'll tell you a bit more for video production, so also for not making a main actor tired, let's have a standing. Standing is man who stay and need to set a light on him, check microphone and everything. And sometimes for make, let's say, dramatic scene or maybe some more scary scene, it's take a really long time for to set a light. It's sometimes it take like 5 minutes, and sometimes it take an hour. Sometimes they use only natural light, and sometimes they use all of the artificial light. And you stay in there like for half an hour or hour. And sometimes like a standing and double is the same person, but if it's a lot of work for them, so they make it 2 person, like a double and standing different person. For one of them they set a light, and another one they just double for some of the actors, the main or actress maybe. So as I said, sometimes it's really easy job. For example, main actor, he just arguing in a bar, and they take him and kick it out, so someone just throw it in a way on the street, or you just fell somewhere and so on. Just really simple. And you got your money, go home. Yep. And the stunts usually is I don't know. Before I tried, for me it was, oh, it's okay. And now I just really respect the guys who do such job. It's sometimes really dangerous, and it's hard. It's quite tough training every day to make these things more active, more beautiful, more interesting, and like on the other end of the screen you can enjoy it full with all of that amazing actions and everything. And I think without all of this action stuff and stunts, same movie, same series will look absolutely not the same. When like people ride on a car, crash everything, and everyone jump around, and basically in any movie it's no random people, it's everyone extra, everyone stunts, so everyone know what need to do, so everything supposed to be like really safe. Yeah, so sometimes it's really easy job, just make simple fight and go. And sometimes it can be like really dangerous. You need to jump very high, or it's impossible to put any safety. And I think the worst job you can get is on a low-cost production, especially when I work in China and India. Some productions they have, okay, we like really low production, we don't have any extra money for anything. So it's like can be no safety, and sometimes it's quite dangerous scene. It's even no doctors there, and even no first aid, like really nothing. So if some job on a like low production or low cost, just double check before you go there. So once I was a double, and another guy he's supposed to jump from a bridge. It was about 15 meters. And on a scene he just jumped in the water, his head was supposed to dive in the water, and he got out. And they asked me also, do you want to make jump also? And before that, as I asked them, Is it any specialist for making bungees? And no, we just rented and so on. I said, okay, it's like quite suspicious. Also, it was no medical team, no nothing. And I said, okay, I'm fine, I don't want to do that. Just have a look. So what do you think? It was a different rope, and a different rope you need to make a different measurements. How much person is weigh, so you need to measurement how it stretch. So it was a different rope, and they make a different measurements. What was really wrong. So man just jump, and it was a dolphin jump. So your arms just should be straight, and he hit the water really hardly and go under the water like a few meters. He's staying there like quite long, and no one know what to do. Like, and someone started to scream, "Okay, just take him out, take him out!" And instead to dive and try to get him out, they try to take your rope and it stretch. So I don't know how long he was underwater, maybe 1 or even 2 minutes, so quite long. So he hit his head like quite hardly, and afterwards he go to hospital straight. And also he drink a lot of dirty water from that river, so not so nice experience. So always try to double check and everything by yourself, and before you agree to certain job or not. So another experience I have a scar up here. We check everything. I should make a dive. It's really simple dive. It was not so high, like couple meters, and everything safe. It was like 2 meters step, and I should dive in a dolphin style, like my arms on the back, and everything great. It was a lunch break, so on, and after I came. It's everything like okay, but something different, and I make it jump, and I just hit the rocks. Because after a couple hours it started to tide out, and instead of 2 meters it was already almost 3 meters, and depth instead of 2 meters and getting less, like maybe 1 point something. So I just hit the rocks, and it was unexpected. So everything just need to check and double check 2-3 times. Another case, I supposed to make a simple, just on a building, just go down on ropes and everything, and ask the guys if they do climbing or something. No, we just from stunt team, so basically not a professional climber, so they might be not know how to work with the ropes and how to make knots, and so I go everywhere. So hopefully I done the climbing before, and I know how it's supposed to be. Let's say on some jacks, have different types of the rope. If it will be too small, it will not work. You're not gonna stop yourself. So you need to put it on, make it 8, and check how it works. So I go everywhere and check notes and check everything, and decide to do it by myself. So it will be like 300% it's safe. So what I suggest to do for you also. Same, sometimes it's like war movie or any other action movies, they ask for people who work with the weapons before. So in my country, like in school time and in uni, we have like special courses before you go to army. You go and shooting range, blah blah, and you start and you learn how to work with the weapons. And after, when I work as a tourist guide, like a lot of tourists who came in Asia, you can go and try some of the weapons for sure. Like a lot of people love it. Like a lot of Russians, a lot of Chinese that go to shooting range. So I spend there quite a lot of time, try different weapons, shoot it, and so on. So when I go on the shooting, for me it was like very easy for work with weapons, but mostly it's like from airsoft, or it's some fake guns, or sometimes it's just real guns but fake bullets. They make it like really safe, but still, as I know, in Hollywood and Bollywood, it was shot a lot of people because mistakenly was one real Amos with all of the fake ones. So if you work with any weapon, any kind of weapon, even if it's knife, just check it, like if it's not rough, and check all of the bullets by yourself. Usually it's heavy team, special team who bring weapons for work. It might be real, not real. So I saw many times like from army men, they came, bring the weapons and so on, and they're supposed to double check everything for you and look after the weapons, but still double check it for yourself, yeah, just for not harm or kill anyone. And sometimes it's real weapons, yeah, but it's no bullets. It's still some fire come out, so if it's too close you need to put it away somewhere, and sometimes they put additional filter on it for making no fire and nothing come on your face, so just check is it help, because sometimes it's really close distance and so on. It's like lot of distance can put you like in really high danger, and I saw like a lot of different situations like it, oh shit, like it was real knife or something, people like mistakenly cut themselves. And sometimes like Chinese or Indian production, some is really good and some is like really shit. So my friends, they go on a shooting in India, and it's supposed to be like a sugar glass. As you know, in a movie, like a bottle is made from a sugar glass, so you can, if you hit it under the head, it hurts, but you not cut yourself. It's break in small pieces. And sometimes they use like a special glass they put like in a really hot temperature, so when you hit it, it breaks in a really small pieces, so it's really difficult to cut yourself. But mostly it uses sugar glass. And sugar glass, yeah, it costs bit more than normal one. And guys check it, said like it looked like a real glass, and they should jump from the second floor, they hit the glass, they jump and fell on the mats. And they no, it's okay, don't worry, you're professional, so it's fine. So when they jump out, it was a real glass and it's breaking in really big pieces, and when they fell down on the mat, they like cut everything like really hard. So it's still everything on your safety, you should double check everything, and it's your right to say no, I'm not gonna do it because it's not safe. Yeah, it's like obviously not good, because some of the assistants, they not really care. Another thing, we make a video for VR, and it was just like fake bombs, and they exploded, and all this thing just flying near to you with a stone or marks. It's fake stones, but still it's like really close. And sometimes these pieces of jaws like hit the face, like it's quite painful. And it was assistants, they show us what need to do, where to run, where to shoot. And after they came for guys who work with this exploding stuff and this is fire, and I asked it, what's the minimal distance supposed to be to these bombs? And he says 3 meters, but it was like straight right here. So sometimes coordinator, he don't know, and assistant, he don't know. You need to ask for yourself. After that, they will change the scene, so they put a bit more sun for throwing out, and they put a bit further away. Before, it's everything fine, guys running, it's everyone fine. So yeah, sometimes they even don't know. They put a scene, no one works with the weapons, no one works with the guns, they expect you're a professional and you're supposed to know it. So before you go in somewhere, yeah, you need to spend a lot of time on such shooting for get certain experience. So stunts can be just for driving when you need to hit something and so on. I done many different stuff. Some it looks like really safe. I drive on a buggy and I should just fail and turn it upside down, but I don't wanna fail. It's like really stable, so we're supposed to create some hill on the sun, so it's falling down. So like nothing difficult. Only problem like all of your face and the full mouth of the sand and everything. And sometimes it seems like very simple, but in real it's really difficult. I don't know, if someone see how in the circus people works, like working with the animals, it's really difficult. So if it's need to do a scene with the dogs, it should be special training dogs, it's men working with the dogs, and sometimes it takes hours to take a special scene what they want. So this, all of the movie I watching when I was a kid with the animal, it was hours of work. So for instance, we're supposed to make a really simple scene. I just ride the bull, I jump on it, I ride the bull, that's it, for a couple of minutes. But it was just a normal bull from a village who never seen a white man, and when I come closer, he was like really angry, trying get rid of it, and the director said, okay, just go on, there's no problem, just go on. And we try again, so he almost killed all the people on a. So I come closer again, and got this circle on his nose, and yeah, I really feel like I'm gonna die because you cannot say anything, cannot do anything, really dangerous. So I had like really a lot of different situations, shooting good and bad, and sometimes, oh my god, how can I sign up for this okay, I've been so stupid for doing it again, and again, I've been so stupid for doing it again. But sometimes it's fun, you're training, you make a really beautiful fighting scenes, it's a great team, really positive guys, and everything fit, everyone training hard, so it's motivate you, just push yourself forward as far as you can. So I found for myself this experience like incredibly useful for all of the things I'm doing, and it's like motivating me a lot. So basically you need it or not, absolutely up to you. I try to provide you as more comprehensive information as possible so you can make your right decision. So if you decide to, yeah, I told you, try to find a team, go training with them, and also I'll tell you, I explained in other videos, so for training they stand for free. I go to amusement park and train there, and free performances, you can go as a free performer, or it's a lot of different events where you can go like a volunteer. They also provide you a training, so you can use everything, you can train in hard, be a professional, every day getting better and better, and you can do things what you really like to do. For some movies, yeah, I'm really enjoying the job what I've done, and beginning from training, when we done the scenes and the different effects we done on the ropes is fine. It's like on the cables, it's like so much fun to do, but it hurts a lot, it's really uncomfortable. The days there, it's killing. But still, when you see finals, oh, it's great. I really enjoy it. So I think I talked too long this time, and it's probably quite enough for this video. And of course, much more information in the next video. So